Hi guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel where I do practical reviews, behind the scenes videos and other little photography bits in between. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Elinchrom D Lite RX4 heads. So let's get right into it. About £700, £720 for the two 400 watt heads. You get the two heads, a couple of stands, small octa, small softbox. So for £700 to get two 400 watt heads is quite a good deal. These are super lightweight, really practical, just super efficient. I can't really complain about the consistency or anything else, can't really complain at all. So 400 watts is plenty power to be lighting any sort of portraiture in an intimate setting or anything like that. Elinchrom do also pitch these lights as ideal for lighting large groups, which is probably about right. You could stick two big umbrellas or two big octas or softboxes in front of a group and really light, say, a large family, a wedding, or anything like that. One of the major plus points for me on these lights is the weight and just how small they pack down. So they come in this little box, about 1 meter long, and weigh a mere 1.5 kilograms. You also get plenty control of light here. You've got 5 stops of power, which goes up and down in 10th increments. So plenty range there to play around with how strong each light is and how much power that's putting out. This can also be controlled from the little sky port, I think they call it, the transmitter that you get with the light. So you can be 10-20 feet away from your lights and be tinkering with the power up and down. You just set one on a different channel to the other and then you can play with it. The only disadvantage to that is that there's no LCD screen on the transmitter, so you just have to remember what light is on what power and maybe look at your images on the back of your camera or on your laptop. Elinchrom do other transmitters which you can use with these, including the high sync speed transmitter, which means you can shoot at anything up to 0.008 of a second on your shutter speed, which will get you super crispy images if you're shooting any moving image or action. Okay, so that's the major plus points for me. Lightweight, plenty control. Elinchrom also offer loads of different fixings for the camera, and there's tons of brands out there that you can find on eBay and Amazon that will offer their soft boxes, beauty dishes and their attachments to that you can then fix to the Elinchrom. So you're really not limited in any way. The only thing I guess which you could consider a limitation would be the fact that they are mono heads. They need to be plugged into a 13 amp plug, so obviously you can't use them outside. So what do you get for your money? You get two heads, two stands and two softboxes. Elinchrom's own Porta light. You've got the scrim on the front, silver in the middle. The major disadvantage with these is that they don't fold down. You've got to take the poles out, it's a nightmare. You end up wrestling with them. We just keep them up in the studio all the time, and I don't really use these if I'm on location or basically outside. I have to take them outside of the studio. Oh, and it also comes with this octa. I was really excited that they came with an octa. I really enjoy using an octa just above the subject. Gives a nice soft light over the face. However, these are quite small, almost too small to use. I don't really tend to use this one too much because it's an octa, so it's supposed to be a nice soft light, but it's quite small, so it's very harsh and centered on the subject. So usually I just fire these into the ceiling and it bounces back down onto your subject. On paper, a good offer that you get two softboxes with it, but in reality, I haven't found too much use for them. However, I have seen them online for £725 and coming with two larger softboxes as well as the octa, so that might be worth checking out. What other features have I missed out? They also come with a modelling lamp, which I think is about 100 watts. You're using constant light, perhaps not the brightest for constant light. We have seen some people in the studio use them as a constant light source, but they tend to get quite warm, and when they overheat, they cut out for 10 to 15 minutes just so they can cool down. Obviously, that's not practical in the studio. So they do have a modelling light, but that's more to help you get focus in darker situations before you start flashing your subject. Okay guys, I hope that just about covers everything that you need to know about the Elinchroms, a brilliant mid-range light. So if you've been using speed lights, you're interested in getting some good quality studio lights at a good price, these I reckon are your guys. If you feel there's anything I've missed out or anything you'd love me to elaborate on, please let me know in the comments or DM me on Instagram or email me info@richmckeever.com. Yeah, thanks for watching. I'll try and keep these videos coming. I hope you enjoy them. I hope they provide some use. Please subscribe. At the time of filming, I have 1 subscriber. So if you're that subscriber, thank you very much for coming back. And if you're not, please subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you very much for watching.